right, let's get to my first guest this evening. Singer, songwriter, influencer, goes by the name of Cory Singer. He's with me right now. How's it going, man?
Yeah, how you doing, Kenny?
I'm good, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely, man. Let's get into it. You have quite the background. You're a singer, you're a songwriter, you have a theater background as well. Talk about how you got started into the music in the theater. How did it start off for you?
Well, I started off doing theater. I always wanted to do something on stage since I was a little kid. I just couldn't explain it. It was just a desire in me. You know what I mean? And I did that. I became the theater kid in high school. I was always the weird kid, but that's what got me respect in school for, my talent on stage. And then I did the show on my senior year called The Candy Factory on Bravo TV, a singing competition show run by Candy Burris on Bravo TV. There was a winner per episode, and I won my episode. And basically, what you win is $5,000, a song that you get to sing and record written for you by Candy Burris and do a music video. But what started the songwriting for me was that she gave you a copy of the song that she recorded herself and the lyric sheet, and the lyric sheet just had it written out for me. It was like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. It was just written out for me right there. And so I got my guitar and I just, started writing and have been since.
Awesome, man. So you mentioned the Bravo show. I can do the Candy Factory, which is
Yes,
hosted
sir.
by Candy Burris, Grammy Award winner. And now I'm familiar with American Idol, The Voice, and some other singing shows. I didn't even know Candy had uh, like a singing competition show herself. So seeing how you was on that show and you won your episode and got a song written by Candy herself. That was pretty awesome. Talk about that experience. How did it feel just being next to Candy and doing the whole process of your episode? What was that like?
It was interesting. So I had to film it in Atlanta for a week, so I had to miss a week of school because I was in my senior year. The only person in my school who really knew about it was the principal. I couldn't really tell anybody because I signed an NDA. And I went to Atlanta. I filmed there, and it was interesting because I had never been on a reality TV show. Because Candy Burrs is part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, so they
Mm-hmm.
set it up similarly. They drive you to the location where you need to be, and you film there for a while, and then when you're done, you just wait in the car for a while, and then when you're done in the car, they take you back to the hotel and you chill there. And so it was cool. They put you in a 5-star hotel, and like not just like any hotel, like 5 stars. This is like a luxury hotel,
Mm-hmm.
all paid for by Bravo, and it was really cool. They treat you like royalty. My first night there, they asked if I wanted anything. I said maybe some Sicilian pizza and a Diet Coke. They brought me a whole pie of Sicilian pizza and a 12-pack of Diet Coke.
Mm.
Like it was amazing. But like for the parts we filmed, we would go in, we'd be mic'd up, we'd have our microphones on our clothing, and then we'd go in and we'd film what we were doing, and then there was some stuff that we did behind the scenes that we didn't film either. So it was a fun experience. It was an interesting experience too.
So yeah, I'm definitely familiar with Candy and her personality. She has quite the personality. It's
Yep.
you watch Real House of Atlanta, like I'll just leave it at that. She's very upbeat, but she got this love and passion for music as well. So giving artists like yourself that platform and get your name out there, that's pretty cool. And just having that song, I can do anything. That's self-explanatory. It feels like you can do anything you set your mind to, and it's the mindset, it's that approach. Whether you're an artist, whether you're theater, whether you just whatever form of entertainment, or whatever you're doing, even if it's your regular 9 to 5 job, like you go through it, and if you just believe in yourself, you'll go far, and good things will come your way. You'll go through some hurdles here and there, but just the journey, the process that comes with it. So that's pretty awesome, man. To see that you went there, and you definitely making a name for yourself as an artist. So I Could Do Anything is available on all digital music platforms. It's a few years old, but it's that's a song that's gonna be remembered for a long time. So I definitely enjoy that song. Um, so I want to talk about TikTok, man. Like, and doing last year with the pandemic, people were trying to find other things to do while being in quarantine, being at home. Now, when it comes to TikTok, the perception is people dance, people do, you know, funny videos here and there. You took a different route. You share your journey with autism. Talk about going that route as it pertains to TikTok, and how's it been for you since then, and seeing people reach out to you as far as sharing your story.
Well, it's funny. I started out trying to put my music out up there, and it didn't go well because it's such stiff competition. And then I just tried to do all funny stuff and just for fun, really.
Mhm.
And I had a couple videos go viral, but then I made a joke about my autism, talking about how I have Asperger's and how it's a developmental disability, and saying how it's basically autism and I'm autistic, and how it's something to be ashamed of, and I wouldn't change a thing except for the name, because Asperger sounds like Asperger's,
Yeah,
like a bowel movement you would have after eating a McDonald's, McAsperger's. You're not loving it, and the video just went viral. And I was like, okay, I'm onto something. And I just started talking about my personal experience, and my TikTok basically just blew up. I'm like, okay, so I could like go this route. And I never really talked too much about it openly, and I just like, okay, I'll just like talk about my personal experience. And I get messages from parents of kids with autism that tell me that my videos help them understand their kids a lot, and people with autism saying like, no, like, and I say this humbly, like they feel like they're not alone. You know what I mean? Like with their personal struggles, because there's struggles that I go through too. So it's something I'm really proud of.
definitely to be something to be proud of. Just it's amazing how videos like that can be seen by many people, and then they feel encouraged, they feel inspired. Like this guy's, if he's going through it, and he's going through it, going through it, then he's gonna be fine. And, if he's going through it, then you going through it, and everything's gonna be alright, man. Just believe in yourself and be around good people. Obviously, you definitely inspire a lot of people with this approach, and I give props to you for that. And it's very rare you see TikTok videos, that could be inspiring. Or maybe I'm not just following the right people. I'm just because all I see is dance videos and funny videos with TikTok. And hey, whatever please your audience, I guess that's what you go with. But every now and then you gotta have some substance. Um, you gotta have something, some inspiring, something encouraging, some uplifting messages here and there. And it's pretty cool that you went the route that you did, and seeing the reaction and the response that you got from it, and social influencer, um, it's definitely gonna help people and inspire people like to get to pursue whatever goals they want. So from your perspective with autism, man, it feels like it's talk about it, but it's not much talk about it through news and media and such. Um, how would you describe your experience with autism, and how do you manage to get through it on a daily basis?
Well, the way I word it is that, like, for one, autism is nothing to be ashamed of, and there's a big misconception about it where, like, everybody on the autism spectrum is the same, which is far from the case.
Mm.
Like, I drive, I work a full time job, I'm a singer songwriter, I do theater. I could live and take care of myself, and I understand there are people that are unable to do that, but not every single autistic person is like that. And I do have my struggles, like sometimes I have a hard time understanding other people's humor and vice versa. People have a hard time understanding my humor too. And, growing up in school, when you're autistic, you're weird and when you're the weird kid, that's how you're known as the weird kid. And with kids being kids, they don't understand, why that would be. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But uh, since I'm growing up, and as I started talking about it, I started doing more research about autism because I didn't comprehend it too well when I was younger and growing up. And the more research I did, the more I learned about myself, and things from my life started to make sense, like how I was growing up. And I'm more self confident now than I ever was. So
Yeah, and it's definitely important that something like this is talked about and get an understanding from it, especially kids that go through it at a young age. And you don't know how you don't know what you go through unless you go through it yourself. Especially with kids and growing up with it and trying to go through it on day to day basis. So some people handle it a bit different than others. But this is definitely something that needs to be talked about more, and hopefully, with your story, with you sharing your journey about it, it'll make people open up more about it, and and inspire more people to speak up on it. So it's out there. So it's just show treat people the way that you want to be treated, pretty much. At the end of the day,
exactly.
so that's something to keep in mind for sure. I want to talk about your latest single, "Someone," that just came out recently. I played the song a little bit earlier. I really like the track. Talk about the writing process of "Someone."
Well, I wrote it based off my struggles with autism, and how like I say, I want someone to love me as I am, and being different, it could be kind of lonely. You know what I mean? You can surround yourself with people as much as you want, but when they don't understand you, it's like it could still be very lonely. So I just got very honest, when writing the song. I came up with the melody. My basic songwriting, how it happens is I come up with a melody on my guitar and I write lyrics to it. And the best ones that happen just happen. And this song is one of those cases where it just happened. I just got honest. And I wrote my honest thoughts on paper. And I wrote it during the pandemic too. So that being extra lonely and not seeing people in general, kind of helped with that too. So, I wrote the song. I sent it over to my friend Viku Shek, who did the music, the instrumentation of it. I sent him a vocal track with just me and my guitar, and then I went to a studio and recorded the vocals, sent him the vocals, and the single basically came to be. So it's probably out of all the songs I released, this is the one I'm the most proud of.
So check out the track Someone by Cory Singer. It is available on all digital music platforms. Please give it a stream. Go buy the record and show your support. Um, so with we're getting to the warm weather here out here in the world for the most part, and with restrictions starting to get loosened up a bit, artists are back performing in front of audience again, and so what is next for Cory Singer in the coming weeks and months? What can your fans expect from you as we approach the summer season?
Well, I just recorded another single on Monday that I'm excited for. It's a song I wrote, I want to say 4 years ago, and I finally, I've tried to record it a few times, but haven't found the right person. Found the right person to do it, and I'm happy it's going to be released. It's a love song. It's called Somebody's Heart, and I can't wait for people to hear it. And I can't wait to go out there, perform my songs again, and do theater again. I can't wait to go back to being normal again.
Well, I will say, almost 5 months into 2021, things look a lot more encouraging than it was last year.
Yeah. I just
So
hope we don't rush. I just hope we're not rushing it. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's definitely understandable. So the more people getting vaccinated, the better. So I mean, we'll see. But some states are rushing it more than others. But I mean, we'll see how things goes. So check out Cory Singer. His website is CorySingerMusic.com. He's got TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, his music can be heard on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon. And go check out all of his music up to this point, and show your support. And to Cory, man, it was great chatting with you, man. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you also for spreading awareness with autism. And keep doing you, man. You definitely on the right path. You're making a difference for your fan base, man. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you being on the show this evening.
Well, I appreciate you having me, Kenny. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. You take care. You have a good night.